All right, I'll say this at the commercial.
All right.
I'm not even going to tell you what it
in
is.
suspense.
Yeah. Well, Jackie did another interview.
Uh-oh.
In a newspaper. Bad-mouthing me and you.
Jeez. What
You can't let go of it.
do?
I don't know. And we don't do enough
What
for
have
him.
we done to him?
This is exactly what it's about. That we ruin him. Wait till you read this.
Oh, I'm sorry, Jackie. You're so ruined.
I'm not ruined.
Wait till you read this. It makes no sense whatsoever.
Oh, my goodness.
It is the best.
I thought he had learned his lesson.
No, it is the
Apparently
best.
He is unlearned it.
It is the best angry Jackie thing I've ever heard.
That's redundant.
Yeah, I mean, it's just unreal. It's just, you talk about, like, you had to be in a psychiatrist, I had to be a psychiatrist, Fred's in a psychiatrist. The one guy who was in a psychiatrist is Jackie, and he's the only one that needs it.
There's an interesting thing, because I think
he's so angry and so bitter.
I think of all of us on the show, like John and I have all done our wacky things, and you've sort of corralled us. We're almost like horses that had to be broken.
Right.
Jackie won't be broken.
No.
Jackie will be. He looks like he's going to be broken sometime, and then he gets out again.
Yeah, he gets happy for a while.
Freewheeling.
Yeah.
But he won't be.
But when you hear that, forget about being broken. It's just like, look what's in his head. Look what's rumbling around in his brain. It's just bitterness and anger and pain, and you know what it is? I mean, I know he has a messed up family life. And he keeps repeating
he won't deal with it because
Yeah.
he reflects it, he projects it onto us.
Yeah. But it's just the same thing. He didn't get enough as a child. He didn't get enough. He didn't get the attention paid to him.
Nobody recognized him.
Right. And it's still going on. It's whether it's me or Robin or, whoever the enemy is at the moment.
Before us, it was the world.
Yeah.
Now he's
focused on me and you.
I have an anchor now.
Yeah.
When I wrote this, it would make sense.
No, you didn't write anything. This was Chauncey from Stepping Out interviewing you. Yeah, you wrote it.
What do you mean you wrote it?
He didn't write anything.
That's what I said. I wrote.
All right. Yeah, well, yeah, it's your words.
Exactly.
Right. Oh, you did. Oh, I see. You did it because you don't really mean it. You just want to get a reaction.
No, I mean it. But I know what I wrote.
Oh, please. And you didn't write this.
Me complaining about you not endorsing my CDs.
Yeah. Oh, please.
Same thing.
Listen to this. How serious are you when you complain that Howard won't actually say on the air that he thinks your hot dog donuts CD is so great?
Hot dogs and donuts.
And donuts is a great CD.
I crafted that title.
I know he talks about my stuff a lot. But when it's complimented at all, they're left-handed compliments. I know that the mentions do so much to sell my stuff, and I'm eternally grateful for the mentions.
End of story.
Yeah, well, right. But in 12...
Wait, so far so good, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Fine, no problem so far. But wait, the next 60 lines are horrible.
Well, I started off good.
But in 12 years, he has never said, you really should hear this. It's very funny.
Is that true or not?
You know what? First of all, why do I have to tell people it's funny?
You don't have to.
Why is that my job, to tell people you're funny?
Nobody said it's your job.
But
what?
He's asking me what is it based on when I complain about that.
You should really, I do his plugs.
Yeah.
I get on the air, I say, hey, I think Jackie's a funny guy.
Absolutely. You've always said, look, Jackie, of course I think you're funny. That's why you're working here.
Yeah, I don't know what he wants me to do.
What more do you want?
No, he wants me to devote a good hour to how great Jackie is.
I think he wants you to get some knee pads.
You want to know the truth, Jackie, and you still don't believe this. I've heard maybe a minute of... Out of all your albums, I've heard 1 minute of them.
I know.
So
and
how can I tell them?
From that.
This is what happened. Fred and I sat down in 1981.
And that's why I'll write this in the next article.
Wait a second.
That's why I'll write it in the next article.
Will you listen?
No.
I sat down. We had the big album with you smiling on it.
Which
I
one
said
is
to
that?
Fred,
Everyone is like that.
I said to Fred, let's listen to this. We listened. Fred, if I'm lying, stop me. We listened to about, a minute in my apartment.
Yeah.
And I said to you, hey, this guy tells jokes. He knows a lot of jokes.
Right.
Let's have him on the show, and we'll see how he does. We'll do Stump the Comedian or whatever the hell we wanted you to do.
Right.
And that's what we know of your work.
And that's what I know of your albums. I've never listened to any of them other than that.
So
right? There's the harsh reality.
The next time I'm interviewed, I'll say the same thing. That hurts me that you say that.
Well,
say that.
You could leave out
truth.
you could leave out the FU part.
Well, wait, here. Listen to this. Why does that hurt you? It's the truth.
It hurts.
What do I have to listen to an album? I see you every day.
He sees you. He doesn't need to listen to your album. He thinks you're funny right here. Oh, shut up. At least he thinks you're funny.
In 12 years, listen to the rest of this. But in 12 years, he has never said, you really should hear this. It's very funny. Or even, I hate jokes.
He has said that.
But you should hear this. The crowd is going nuts. That's what I'm supposed to be saying. So what do you want me to say? The crowd is going nuts?
You should hear this. The crowd is going nuts.
I see that you hate jokes, but you should hear this. The crowd is going nuts. I don't
That's
know
what he
that
wants.
means.
I don't know. I don't know.
So that's too much to ask you to listen to.
I have said you're funny 50,000 times on the air, but you never hear it. All you hear is that your albums
are crap.
No,
I never
nobody
said your
that.
albums were crap.
No.
You hear that.
No.
That's what you hear.
Jackie's crap.
Jackie's junk.
Crack and,
Jackie's
and
junk.
crap in his
Jackie's
junk.
crap.
You sell junk.
Jackie's
T-shirts.
garbage.
I think
and cups.
I think those T-shirts and cups and everything you sell are crap. Of course I do.
You know that.
You do too.
Joke boxes.
Yeah, I mean, come on. You'll sell the audience anything. But you think that's high-level stuff?
I think the CDs are
It's
pretty
junk.
funny.
We're talking about the junk.
I think he's also poking fun at the fact, Jackie, that up until very recently, you made the CDs in your basement, no matter how good they were.
The other day,
Never made CDs in our basement. Fat
right.
lips, fat gums, and fat belly.
he always made him in his
You and
basement.
your wife sit at an editing
Still,
machine.
In your
Howard,
basement.
He's still making them in a basement.
I know. He still is.
Jackie-
He edits them on his computer in his basement.
Have you ever seen any Grammy-winning comedy albums produced by the guy and his wife in their basement?
No. All right. The other day on the air, he said he never listened to any of my CDs, and Robin said she hadn't either.
That hurt my feelings. I tell you that all day.
So you got to tell Chauncey. Tell us.
Yeah, why don't you
I'm
talk to
still.
him?
I
do-
told
what-
you that.
Where do I sit and badmouth you?
Why is
you
it in print,
The last
Jackie?
time you read the same article with the same question, I told you that it hurt me then. And it
It's in
still hurts
print.
me.
Why do you have to
Jackie,
put it in
tons of stuff you say about me hurts me. I don't sit and write about it every time I'm interviewed.
Go read the chapters of your book.
Oh, please. I got a 3.5-star review in the New York Post from Dan Aquelente, and Howard mentioned Acalenti,
Whatever.
and Howard mentioned it. Now listen, Howard mentioned. I said, "Hey, Jackie got a 3.5-star review in the Post, and how exciting!"
Keep reading.
All right. Howard mentioned it, but neither he nor Robin ever read it on the air. If the review had said Jackie's new CD sucks, they would have read it 10 times. Hey, he'd still be reading it.
Now, is that true or false?
But dude, well, how many times did we mention that day that at least 3 times that you got a 3.5-star review? How many times? There's not enough that can be done for you to
And
stop the
you know
fire
what?
that burns in your belly.
He has to read 2
My belly's
plugs
gone.
every day. It's not like you don't get plugged.
Yeah, I mean, geez, who else is doing this for him?
We should
Seriously.
now do the all Jackie show, including plugs.
But Dan Acalente is a good guy. I'm not.
right.
The other
he
day,
doesn't know Dan Aquilente, and Dan Aquilente doesn't know him.
the other day, he and Fred said when they listened to the cassette of my 3 LPs that I sent them back in 1983, that they had only listened to 30 seconds. No, I said I listened to a minute.
Right.
No.
That was as close as I've ever come to yelling "F you" on the air.
That was the first time I'd ever heard that.
So he never, ever... Yeah, well, how many minutes do I have to listen to that to get an idea of what you do?
In 1 minute, you tell about
When you
70
called me up
shows.
in 1983,
Go ahead.
you said, we listened to your albums.
Right.
Said,
Okay, that's
you know
true.
every
That-
joke in the world. You seem like a lot of fun. You want to come out, hang out on the air. I thought
Okay.
you
Did you ever
sampled
hear
the stuff.
We did sample it for about 60 seconds.
They probably jumped
We
around
got
on
it.
the album.
Jackie, you hear 60 seconds of the album, we know what you did.
And
you
now that
tell
I know, I'm
jokes.
thinking that maybe you guys didn't even listen to 60.
No, we heard 60 seconds.
But Jackie, let me ask you a question. What do you care how much they listen to? Look what it got for you.
You're here.
They called you based on what they heard, so obviously they
Not
liked
enough.
it.
Oh, it's just, don't you understand? Whatever it is I do, like his parents, it's not enough for Jackie.
Jackie always tells a story about how
Gary,
he
why
sent-
are you in on this?
No, Jackie always tells a story about how he sent those albums out.
Right.
And nobody responded but you.
Yeah, but I'm bad for doing it
Who's saying you're bad?
because I didn't listen to enough of it. Here I said I listened to the albums. I thought Jackie was funny, and I brought him into the show.
Right.
And that's not a compliment to you because I didn't listen to enough of it. Instead of saying, wow, what a nice thing to say, you go in the paper and go, I almost said
you.
F you to Howard.
F you.
That's why you are impossible.
So you're saying you thought they were funny, the 60 seconds you heard?
Yes, but why would I call you if I didn't think it was funny?
Oh, it was bad, so you picked up the phone.
You're a nut. You're a psycho, and you really should be in therapy. You're insane. And then you go in a newspaper and badmouth me.
Well, that's because I knew you'd.
Yeah, oh yeah, sure. Trust me, this is the way you look at me.
How can you sit there with your back to him?
I don't know. I'm afraid. You know what? I'm changing the set around so his back is to you.
I'm in a
Yeah.
bunker over here. I couldn't get to him
Well,
by
there's a
try.
reason for that.
Christ's sakes.
I got a crick in my neck. I'm constantly like this.
He's in the Alamo over there.
I mean, but do you understand what I'm saying?
Yes, believe me, I know.
There's not another person with a show sitting and talking about him. It's 60 seconds or not. And he'll find a way to sabotage it in his own mind.
Every day he's here. Every day he's featured.
You got to
every day
see a
he's
shrink.
plugged.
And because you don't understand who's on your team and who isn't. You think Dan Acalente is on your team?
You know,
You
I
said
went to
somebody-
see Jackie live once.
Right.
And
I
came back-
remember your review.
I came back and said, what? You were very funny.
No, but he won't say that.
You said
You don't say it. You don't say it every day for
I
an
haven't
hour.
mentioned it again,
The show
but
will be-
I did say that.
1986.
Yeah,
Came
the
in
show-
and said, I have nothing bad to say. End of review.
That's a lie.
That is-
I
go-
hate to say it,
go
but
to the
Jackie
tape.
is very funny.
Yeah.
Go to the tape.
Oh, Jackie,
What
you're
is he?
insane.
I bet you he has it at home and he plays it every
Yeah.
day. If it says something bad, he plays
It's
it
my
every
doorbell, Queen.
Well, I don't see you saying anything nice about anybody.
day. Really?
You talking to me or Robin?
You.
I told you I loved you
Unbelievable.
the other day.
That was
Yeah.
a lie.
That was because I probably gave you a quick plug.
It might have been, but I did.
Jeff, you're on the air.
Yeah, Jackie, are you there?
No.
Jackie, I don't know where to begin with you. First, let me tell you, I think you're a very, very funny guy, but you remind me of people like
See,
Billy
Howard, did
Joel
you hear what he
and
said?
and Michael Douglas, whose careers come out of obscurity. They get famous, and the first thing they do is dump their first wife. I mean, the luckiest thing that ever happened to you was the day that Howard listened to your album. and
Oh,
said,
don't
"Let me
tell
get
him
this
that.
guy."
Don't tell him that.
I have always said that.
Don't tell him that because now
Where? I don't see it in that article.
all I see is negativity in the article about how bad a guy I am and how you almost said F you to me the other day on the air. I tell you, you're insane.
F you.
You're insane. I know who's a good friend to you. Larry Schwartz. He's done a lot for you.
I haven't seen
he
him yet.
lets you come over his house and drink. That's a good friend.
Jackie, your career, I mean, it's not to say you're not a funny guy, but before Howard, if anybody in the audience ever listens to the stuff that was produced before you came on Howard,
course.
it was sort of a smorgasbord of crap. And for whatever reason, being a funny guy, you could not focus your career. And
Of
you were
course.
lucky enough to get associated with Howard, who was
Right.
disciplined and focused and a shrewd businessman. And it's been you go home, you sit in the raft, you drink Heineken, you don't
Yeah.
have to work very hard.
No pressure.
No pressure at all. And you've been very fortunate to hook up with a guy like Howard.
Thank you.
I agree.
And I
Enough
don't
said.
I mean, my dog has better appreciation for the fact that I feed him twice a day than you do for what
I
Howard
hope
does
he-
to you.
he's on
Yeah,
your list.
nice article in the paper. Ron, go ahead.
Hello, Howard.
Yes.
Hey, how you doing, man? Love your show.
Thank you.
Listen, Jackie, I think Jackie's such a whiner to begin with.
Of course.
Because the thing is, I think he has a complex problem that you don't like his material. All right?
Yeah, but why would I pay this guy?
He should just get a reality check. All right?
Yeah.
And just think about it. You just listen to 1 minute into his album, and that's it. You said, hey, this guy's pretty good. Let's call him in there. He should be grateful that he's there. He should be grateful
Thank
that he's
you.
working with
Thank
you.
you. All right.
And he
Well,
has the
you know what,
greatest
sir?
job in the world.
You don't need a
Man,
psychiatrist.
He
He
get
does.
a life, man.
Right.
He's always freaking whining and, oh, man.
All right. Everyone gets it but him. I read these things and I go, what am I doing to deserve this kind of bad mouthing?
Yeah, when he gets to have it set down for the record, it's always bad.
Yeah.
Well, I put it in stepping out. I never thought it'd get to you.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, Jackie. You're so brilliant. You made a.
You
made
can't come up and
You
say
fell
something
into
to
my
him.
trap.
You're
What do you mean
talking
can't say it? I said it 100
through
times.
Chauncey.
You want to hear it again?
Unbelievable.
No, the only time we hear it is when we read it in an article.
Yeah, you're worried about you're offended? How do you think we feel? Everything about me and Robin is a bad mouth.
Just want to apologize.
Yeah. You can't say anything. And believe me, we hear about what you say out of the newspaper, too. Everything gets back to us.
Uh-oh.
He doesn't think it does.
Oh, please.
Now I'm in trouble.
Almost right after you say it.
You're not in trouble, but stop having such a complex about what people say about you. Get a thicker skin.
Yeah, because
We
we're
have.
taking what you say about us.
Right.
I don't say anything about you.
Oh, boy.
I can't be bothered with you, Ron.
Oh, you must have stopped this week then.
Everything's
don't
about
flatter
Jackie.
yourself.
They don't say anything nice. Oh.
Oh.
All right.
You could go home
I
and
better
listen to
flatter
3
myself
minutes.
because you certainly don't flatter me when I'm in your mouth.
I wish you were in my mouth.
I listen to you here. 7 conversations going on. All right, let's take a break, come back and regroup. There's a lot going on.
Oh, man.